He said black lives don't matter.
I never said
because only God lives matter.
God is real.
Well,
you want to see my soul?
Oh, no, I can't. But he thinks you should go back to Mexico. That's God.
I think you should go back to Mexico.
See? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Can we not record?
No way. Are you crazy? You're telling me black lives don't matter. Religion is the only true way. This is all and I want to make sure that you guys are on the news so that they know you think black lives don't matter and that only religious people matter. They started a fight with me because of my shirt. So I want you guys all to know. I need everyone to know.
I did not start.
No, but you're on his side. You're telling me to calm down because he's your friend. And he probably has the same beliefs as you.
She's not my friend. She's the boss.
Anything about me.
I know you're not telling him to shut his mouth.
I told him as a customer.
She's telling me to go home.
Go with the customer.
Good. I hope you get fired. Your God didn't save you today, did he?
God is real.
He didn't save your job. Couldn't save your health.
I don't need the job.
God didn't save you today. Go ahead and put my man up so we can check out what she said. So he said, well, she said rather, I'm an atheist, but I still respect most beliefs until you tell me that slavery was okay because of what the Old Testament said. And real quick, the Old Testament says a whole lot of stuff. So you can cherry pick whatever you want here and there. So you got to be careful when it comes to, deciding what's right and wrong based on what the good book says, if you know it thoroughly. We continue. I didn't handle this well, but I was with my son and upset. This America sucks. The poster also alleges in the caption that this was after 5 minutes of him holding my card and calling me delusional and my kind shouldn't be here, and that Trump allows free speech. So, again, this just, in my opinion, seems to be the phenomenon that we're all too familiar with. And as we know, the Donald Trump administration is really exacerbating this issue. We just got done talking about how they're looking at getting Derek Chauvin up out of prison as much as they can. They really are not concerned with race relations in this country. But I really liked how at least this woman said, maybe I didn't handle this right, but she still had a right to put this man on blast with what he did. And, maybe he's a bit frustrated. I know hard times fall on the people. He looks like he's in his 60s, maybe his 70s. I'm sure he doesn't want to be bagging groceries. I'm not making fun of him for that. I'm just throwing that out there that may be a part of his just general frustration in life, and he's throwing it out with other people. You never know. But yeah, you got to be careful with your cherry picking and what the Old Testament says. What you think, Dr. Richey?
Absolutely, dear brother. Very well said. And I would echo the sentiment about the religious embrace. When moments like this happen, people will fall back on their religious background. It's really interesting to note. They will say that they are Christians, followers of Jesus, Yeshua, but talk about Old Testament slavery as if somehow this is a congruent context. The truth is, the Christ would often say, you heard it was taught, or you heard the law say, et cetera, but I tell you, meaning he's about to contradict what's written in the Old Testament and give you a higher understanding of the truth being echoed. Now, that point typically goes past them. But to the guy who wanted to be clearly racist and utilize his bigotry through the context of free speech, which he is allowed to do, that's the reason why we are able to have the same right. Indisputable. This is free speech as well. Sir, I'm going to give you some advice that obviously somebody in your family didn't. There are two mirrors in this world. Two mirrors, okay? These mirrors reflect at us all the time. It is the mirror of who we actually are, but we don't want to accept it. And it is the mirror of what we judge. You will experience both of those mirrors until you figure out what's happening. That's it. Wherever you are in life, those are the mirrors. All right? Okay.
100%. 100%. And like you said, you just, those mirrors definitely reflect. But my favorite part of what she said is your God didn't help you today.
Yeah,
but maybe he did though, because sometimes God's grace comes through discipline. Sometimes you got to hurt in order to learn and grow. You know what I'm saying? Like you pointed out about experience. So that's just what it is.